come in. So, it's kind of really messy right now, which is good. Normally this is normally just covered with stuff. Do you mind closing that door, Lynn? You come on in. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you a couple things. Here's the 3D printer that's actually, I had to take apart recently. Again, I know the developers of this, the guy that lives right down the street from me. I'm bringing it to him tonight because something's wrong with the motor. But essentially, I'm not going to go into too much, but this gets really hot and melts plastic and just draws things in 3D. It's pretty cool. So if you ever want to do that, and some of this stuff, this was all printed in 3D. One of our volunteers actually created a cell phone holder. I don't know if it works on mine.
It's a certain size.
It's a certain size, so he made it work for his phone, so it's kind of cool. And this was 3D printed if you guys want to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Everything's 3D anymore.
So, and if you're interested, the MakerCon stuff is right here if you guys need, if you want to go to that. Couple things.
I wish I had a phone with that.
We do have a podcast station. We've got an English class and a English as a second language class in here. And the English class is actually reading their favorite passages from classic novels. And then the ESL students are actually listening to it. So they're actually filming all that stuff, or doing the recordings in here, which is really cool. So we have a little podcasting station. This is our Linux machine, our iMac, which we're getting ready to upgrade this. Our lightweight Pro Tools, so we have an official version of Pro Tools in here. We do have a 3D pen, which one of our faculty members, I don't know where it is, oh, it's in my office. One of the faculty members donated it, and she was like, it doesn't work. It's a 3D pen, so it like, you draw in 3D.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So you draw in 3D, and so it didn't work. One of our volunteers actually soldered it and fixed it for her. And then she was like, well, you guys just keep it. So we were gonna keep it, so that was neat. Our little robot guys, I just had to replace the actual power robot, which is in my office. So these are little programmable robots. And so this has got like a sensor in it. This one, this is a logic robot here, I believe, so you can give it certain logic to remember and do. This one actually drives, you know, but like I said, I gotta get the powered ones fixed. Let's see. I do have a bunch of books coming that are gonna fill up these shelves, so people can just come in and kind of listen to or read what they want to read. This is that Raspberry Pi I was telling you about. This runs thousands of video games, classic video games, all on this little chip right here. And it's got Ethernet port, it's got two USB ports, and it's also got an HDMI port on it too.
So it's just plug and play?
Yeah. There are labs being run off these things. 35 bucks. So, and then our Arduino and our breadboard stuff here. This is pretty neat. So there's an Arduino, this little guy here. I'm not taking it out, but this guy is actually in here, making this 3D printer run. So completely built open source, which is neat. Let's see, this stuff is pretty neat, and I'm not going to bring everything out, but so you can get an idea. This is one of my favorite little toys. It's basically that thing I talked about earlier where you can control voltage, and this is our voltage source. And if you ever did, when I was in college, I was studied at USF in the electronic music division. You'd go like in this kind of cave place, and they had these huge modular synthesizers, and essentially that's what you do is control electricity. And that's what this is on a different scale. So I can come in, I'm just going to do so they're all little modules. So I have an oscillator, right, and it's magnetic, and I'll add let's add a speaker and something like, let's add this. things, and there's a lot of little switches and stuff in here, and lots of other little things that you can connect and do whatever.